Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning everyone. Let me introduce myself. My name is Siti Elvyn Rokhmatin. I'm from the third graduate English department in Majapahit University. I would like to thank you for the opportunity that has been given to me to present my research. The title here is The Effectiveness of English Speaking Club in Teaching Students Speaking Ability. This is the overview. There are chapter 1, chapter 2, and chapter 3. Chapter 1, Background of Study. Why speaking? Noonan states that the successful in speaking is a measure through someone's ability to carry out a conversation in the language. We confess that there are many proponent factors that influence teaching speaking success, and there are many obstacles factors why it's not running well. Why speaking club? Moleka states that an English club is a real place where the learning of English is more practical. Therefore, it can be summarized that speaking club is a media to facilitate students in practicing, increasing, and to build up students' motivation to learn practicing speaking. Problem statement number 1. What are the proponent factors that affect communication in speaking English not running well? And number 2, how the speaking club as a medium can be effective and useful to make students accustomed to using English in everyday life. The objective of study, number 1, to find out the proponent factors that affect communication in speaking English not running well. And number 2, to find out the speaking club can be effective and useful or not as a medium to make students accustomed to using English in everyday life. Significance of study. For students not only learn English in the classroom, but they are also accustomed to practice it outside of class and using English in everyday life, so their English language skill will develop. For teacher, this study can be useful for teacher in giving addition input of teaching learning process of English speaking. And for researcher, the result of this study can help the researcher to find the easy or effective way to make students accustomed to using English in everyday life. Chapter 2, Theoretical Review. Definition of key term. Number 1 is speaking. Clark and Clark in Noonan say that speaking is fundamentally an instrument act. Speakers talk in order to have some effect on the listener. It's the result of teaching learning process. Students' skill in conversation is core aspect in teaching speaking. It becomes vitally aspect in language teaching learning success if language function as a system for expression meaning. And number 2, speaking club. Moleka said that speaking club is in such a place pupils entertain only in English. The leader can initiate debate, games, sketch, poem, song, and etc. Types of speaking. Noonan in Brown writes that generally there are 2 types of spoken language as follows: monologues and dialogues. And of course in here I use dialogue for my research because students must talk with their friend in a group that is English speaking club. Components of speaking. According to Harmer, speaking is a complex skill because at least it is concerned with components of grammar, vocabulary, pronunciation, fluency, and comprehension. The function of speaking. Richard stated that speaking is used for many different objectives, and each objective involves the different skill. The different objectives of speaking are as follows: in casual conversation, when engaged in discussion with someone, and in some other situations such as we are speaking to describe things. Aspect of speaking. Jack C. Richard in book Teaching Speaking Theories and Methodologies states that there are many aspects of oral fluency such as use of conversational routines, topic range, mastery of basic function, and use of casual and formal language or politeness. Evaluation of speaking. Brown suggests assessment tasks for interactive speaking, interpersonal, and transactional. There are 3: interview, role play, and discussion and conversation. What is meant by interview here is an oral interview. Then the role play here is students can map out what they are going to say and can freely act and play according to the specified terms. And here it is said that discussion and conversation are difficult to determine, but the way to determine this is to assess the quality of what students talk about and what students talk in their discussion and conversation. Effectiveness of English Speaking Club. Speaking club is a place where the members of a club can learn, exercise, and practice English freely with various materials without shame, apprehension, and nervousness. Gallant and Adam cites that the advantages of joining the speaking club here are: the speaking club members more enjoy fellowship and companionship. Speaking club will most likely have access to much more information, get some turn to speak, then get new vocabulary, knowledge, and information when interlocutor speaking. This is review related study. The difference between these 5 journals with my research is that the first and second journal have different method. This journal use qualitative method while my research use quantitative method. In the third and the fourth journals have different in the level with my research. These journals are applied at the university while my research is applied in senior high school. And the last is 5 journals that have difference in the skill. This journal use writing skill while my research use speaking skill. Chapter 3, Research Methodology. This research method using quantitative method. According to Creswell, quantitative research is the process of collecting, analyzing, interpreting, and writing the result of study. Liddy and Ormer allege that quantitative research is specific in its surveying and experimentation as it puts upon existing theories, and the time is from June until December. Context of study. The study will be conducted at Majapahit Senior High School, which is located at Jalan Irian Jaya, number 1, Kota Mojokerto, Jawa Timur. Population and sample. The population of this study is all the students at Mojokerto Senior High School, and the sample of this study is students at 11th grade, class A, totaling 30 students. Data collection technique. Using pre-test and post-test. Pre-test in here is done before the treatment process to know the students' vocabulary in speech mastery before that used by speaking club. And the post-test in here is done to see the progress of students' speaking ability after they get the treatment in speaking club. Data analysis technique. Data will be analyzed using descriptive analysis. Descriptive analysis done by describing each research variable based on the data obtained. It provides simple summaries about the sample and measures, and with sample graphic analysis, they form the basis of virtually every quantitative analysis of data. Validating data using content validity and phase validity. Content validity in here because the researcher sure that the content of the test match or appropriate with the sample of language skill that is speaking skill. And phase validity, the researcher here will be ensure the phase validity by consulting to English teacher in one senior high school in Mojokerto. Okay, this is my references. Okay, that's all from me. Thank you very much. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.